Hi everyone and welcome to the weekly Waller show. We had a great week last week, didn't we, Charlie?
Yeah, fantastic week. Yeah, 7 city winners, fantastic week, including a 5-timer at Canterbury on Friday night, which is obviously a rare feat, especially when we're only in 6 races, so the team's obviously flying. We
had A&E Hawkesbury on Wednesday.
Yeah, she was a good win. She's a classy filly who will only be better in time, so it's good to get another city win to her name while she's still a little bit immature.
And at Canterbury we had Salaman, Noir, Higher Ground, Jaunty and Tumultuous.
Yeah, well, Salaman, who's stringing two wins in a row together, so that was good. Noir first up was very impressive, got 3 kilos off with Lee McGorian, giving us another classy ride and securing victory first up for her, so she's in for a good prep. Higher Ground, well, he was very strong. Glenn was really happy with him, so he's obviously come on well. He's still a bit heavy as a colt, but no, he's going places. Jaunty was, well, the writing on the wall was on the wall for her for her last couple of starts, and finally relaxed and did things right, and as a result won impressively. Tumultuous, that was another good win. He's a sort of bread and butter horse, but just suited by the firmer surface on Friday and won well.
And Saturday, best guess at Rosehill.
Yeah, best guess. Dictated from the front and secured victory with relative ease, went across the line, still under a nice hold, so he's certainly better than the grade he's racing in at this moment in time, and hopefully he can continue to progress.
We'll start with Rosehill on Saturday. We've got 2 runners in the Golden Gift, which is a 2-year-old race, OCN and Plenty.
Yeah, OCN had a nice enough trial at Canterbury and then had a jump out here at Rosehill last Thursday and pleased us enormously in that jump out. Barry's a little bit awkward, but we've got the services of Kieran McAvoy, so you can't go too much better than that. He's fit and ready, and he's certainly a 2-year-old type.
And Plenty.
Plenty, again drawn slightly awkwardly, but his last trial was a nice trial win at Randwick. He's a very smart colt. He will be better in slightly more time, but he's certainly well able to win a race like this.
And race 2 over 1400 metres, we've got Sparky Lad backing up and last start winner Bazina.
Yeah, Sparky Lad, 1200 was just a little bit short for him last weekend, so 14 will suit him better. Awkward barrier makes things tricky for him, but he does need to switch off and conserve energy in the early stages of races, so I'd imagine from that gate it shouldn't hinder him too much. And Bazina's also in the fields on Thursday, where he's drawn, I think, barrier 2, but he's certainly drawn much better rather than barrier 10, so I'd imagine he'll be going around on Thursday.
The Luna Park Handicap over 1800 metres, we've got the 4 runners. Hogmanay, he ran very well at Melbourne last start.
Yeah, ran an enormous race down there. Obviously this is slightly weaker. All those races during Cup week are incredibly hard and very competitive, so he'll return from Melbourne tonight. Blake Shin rides, hopefully he can leave the barriers, and he's an ultra consistent horse and the distance is right.
Mortar Platoon, Ty England, barrier 3.
Yeah, he was much better last start. There's a bit of rain here today at Rosehill, so that'll only aid his chances from the barrier. Hopefully he can settle a little bit closer, and no, he's going well.
Dagny, she's having a great prep, she's always thereabouts.
Yeah, she is, gets in with a nice light weight against the boys, which is obviously always something harder to do, but they do get the weight allowance of 2 kilos. The track won't affect her. She's going well.
And Mornington, the import, Glenn Schofield's aboard from barrier 2.
Yeah, gets in with a very nice light weight. He was good first up with Damien Brown. He's got to ensure that he switches off and relaxes over this distance on Saturday. But from a soft barrier should be able to get into a handy position, conserve energy, and hopefully he'll finish off strong.
And we move to race number 4 over 1200 metres. We've got the 2 runners, Overstep and Miss Valentine.
Overstep drawn wide, which does make things hard for her, but she, again, like we said earlier with a couple of other runners, the barrier shouldn't be too much of a disadvantage for a mare like her. She needs to relax and conserve energy. So her training has been good, and she's third up, she's rock hard fit, and she's ready to go.
And Miss Valentine, barrier 1?
Her trials have been okay. Barrier 1 obviously makes it slightly more tempting to run here, but there are other options for her. So we'll just work out whether she runs here or waits for a more suitable option, as we're just not 100% convinced she's going well enough to be winning anyway on a Saturday grade just yet. But this might just be a nice starting point from a soft barrier.
And over the 1400 metres, the Thoroughbred Breeders New South Wales Handicap, we have 3 runners, Invincible, Zambolina and Wayanka.
Yeah, Invincible, he's drawn barrier 4 with Jason Collett in the saddle. Big weight makes things hard, but on his day he's a good horse. I think the distance is right. I think it was just a little bit sharp from last start. Yeah, he's fit and ready to go. Zambolina, a very impressive last start winner. Barrier 10 again makes things slightly harder, but she's a very versatile filly. She can be ridden forward or backwards. It doesn't really matter. She's a classy mare on the up, and with Blake Shin in the saddle, she'll be hard to beat again.
And Wayanka from barrier 12?
Yeah, barrier 12, Kieran McAvoy. Again, he's a last start winner. Both of those horses are much better on the firmer surface, so we should just with the shower that we had today, it should just be a lovely sort of good 4-track on Saturday, and they should both be well suited and certainly be filling the placings.
And in times of war, over 1100 metres, she's had 5 starts as prep for 3 seconds, a third and a fourth. Yeah,
she's ultra consistent. Ty England's suggestion after last start was drop her back and ride her conservatively and let her have 1 dash at them. So that's exactly what we've done. Hopefully from the barrier 5 we don't have to ride her completely out last, but we can still be conservative and just let her travel where she's comfortable rather than having her too close. And we all know she's got an excellent turn of foot, but it may not be the longest or it might not be the biggest turn of foot in terms of length that she can sustain it, but over the 1100 metres it shouldn't matter. She should be able to dash home strongly.
Race 9, we'll start with Zebek, over 1500 metres, Lee Megorian's claiming 3 kilos from barrier 11.
His barrier manners have been much better this preparation. He had a few issues last prep, but they seem to be behind him now. He trialled well at Canterbury and then had a jump out here at Rosehill. He's going well. Obviously the distance is a little bit short for him, but getting 3 kilos off first up is a big plus.
Vaucluse Bay, he's had a good spell after having 2 Saturday wins last prep.
Yeah, he's looking for slightly further than the 1500 metres, but he'll just go back from the barrier and get a nice run in transit hopefully. He doesn't have to be last, but he'll certainly be in the second half of the field, and hopefully he can finish off strongly, but once he gets up over 2000 is when we'll see him at his best.
And Hymus.
Yeah, he's a tricky horse for the punters. He's always showed us an enormous amount of class at home. He's certainly showed us more than what he's achieved on the track thus far, but hopefully he can get a nice run in transit, and his work has certainly been more than good enough to be winning these types of races.
And we move to Melbourne. Melbourne is Ballarat Cup Day on Saturday.
Absolutely.
We've got New Universe running over 1400 metres, Michael Walker, barrier 1.
Yeah, the earmuffs come off him. Kieran McAvoy said that he just couldn't, he didn't let go in the earmuffs last start during Cup Week. So they've come off. His work's been good. He's been attacking the line. Providing he holds it all together pre-race, as he can be a little bit fizzy. With those earmuffs coming off, it'll be an important aspect from a punting point of view, that you see him nice and calm in the prelims, but he's a very, very top class horse.
And in the Ballarat Cup, we've got Antonio Giuseppe. He's a top weight, 58 kilos. Michael Walker again in the saddle.
Yeah, Top weight obviously makes it hard, but he's carrying the big weight for a reason, because he's simply the highest rated in the race, which should mean he's the best in the race. So he's been set for this race, and we've been waiting for it. We've got him as going as good as we physically can, and hopefully we can take out the cup.
And at Doomben in Queensland, we've got a few runners there on Saturday. The horse has been going very well. We'll start with Monasterio. He ran a great second. Michael Cahill's in the saddle, barrier 12.
Yeah, barrier's awkward. Third up over the mile. He's rock hard fit. He's ready to go. He should be able to run a very promising race.
And the 3-year-old race over 1350 metres, Colosimo, Robbie Frad in the saddle.
She's been consistent this preparation. I think the blinkers go back on her for Saturday. Good barrier, jockey riding in form for the stable. Should be hard to beat.
The stayers over 2200, we've got the Rumour File, a last start winner, and Carini.
Yeah, the Rumour File, I think is drawn 18 or something similar, and that obviously makes things very tricky for him. He'll have to either try and settle sort of 3 wide and cover midfield, or come right back. We'll have a good look at the speed maps, but obviously he's in winning form, so hopefully he can continue on that path.
And Carini.
Carini, she's a little bit out of her grade, but it's good to see her get a start here. She's the right type of filly for the race. It's just makes it hard when you're carrying slightly more weight than if it was a true handicap than you would otherwise have to.
And Torgerson, he's been running very well up there. He's running over 1350 metres on Saturday, barrier 12.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of a freshen up, and only 1350. He's a little bit short of his best, but he's nice and fresh, and he's working very well at the Gold Coast. He's certainly a place chance.
And that's the lot.
Perfect. Have a good weekend, Sophie.
Yeah, you too, Charlie.
Are we not going to do 1-2 in Perth?
Oh, I forgot about those two.
Well, they're both all our roads, and
Karen
all
didn't
our
print the form.
roads, and Tom Melbourne, they both travelled over there on Sunday night, and they've settled in very well. We've got 2 top class riders going over there to ride them, and both keen for the rides, so providing they continue to progress over the next couple of days, then they both look to have good chances. They'll have a quiet 3/4 pace gallop on course proper on Thursday morning, and that should have them both cherry ripe. Obviously Tom's ultra consistent, and all our roads is a horse who we're still learning a little bit about, but may well be better over the 1800 metres in 2 weeks' time.
Perfect, very good.